Did you know that 70% of people fear public speaking more than death? That's right, more than heights, spiders, and even flying. It's called glossophobia, and it affects people of all walks of life. But here's the thing, you can change that fear with just a few simple strategies. In fact, how you kick off a meeting or conversation can make all the difference in how engaged and comfortable people feel. In this video, I'll share 8 icebreakers that will not only help you warm up any meeting but also make you a more confident speaker. You don't have to be a natural-born extrovert to make people feel relaxed and engaged. These easy tricks will help you build connections, spark creativity, and make everyone feel more comfortable, all while showing your leadership skills. Get ready for some surprising facts, fun techniques, and icebreakers that will have your audience talking, laughing, and fully invested. Whether it's a boardroom or a casual chat, these tips will help you create an atmosphere where everyone can thrive. So, stick around, your best speaking moments are just ahead. Chapter 1. Crack the ice with humor. Laughter leads the way. When you step into a meeting, the mood can often be tense, especially if it's a group of strangers or a serious topic. That's where humor comes in. Humor is a powerful tool to break the ice and make everyone feel more at ease. Studies show that laughter releases endorphins, which are chemicals in the brain that boost your mood and help you relax. In fact, a study by Stanford University found that people are 30% more likely to connect when they share a laugh. You don't have to be a comedian to use humor effectively. A light joke, a funny observation, or even a playful comment about the setting can ease the tension. Think about the last time you were in an awkward situation. Most likely, someone cracked a joke, and suddenly, everything felt a lot more comfortable. You don't have to be the funniest person in the room, it's about creating a positive, welcoming atmosphere. The key to using humor as an icebreaker is to keep it light and relevant to the situation. Avoid making humor at someone's expense, as that can have the opposite effect and make people uncomfortable. Instead, aim for humor that involves everyone. For instance, asking, "What's the weirdest thing you've ever heard in a meeting?" invites everyone to laugh together, without making anyone feel excluded. One of the best things about humor is that it can turn a mundane meeting into something memorable. The goal isn't just to warm up the room but to make it enjoyable. The more fun and relaxed the environment, the more open people will be to sharing ideas and engaging in meaningful conversations. And remember, it's not about having perfect timing or delivery. It's about fostering an environment where people feel comfortable and open. So, don't overthink it. Sometimes, the simplest comment can get everyone laughing and feeling connected. Chapter 2. The power of a personal story. Build connection in seconds. Personal stories are one of the most effective ways to engage people right away. In fact, stories are deeply embedded in human culture. Studies by Dr. Paul Zak show that when we hear a story, our brain releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. This makes us more likely to trust and connect with the storyteller. When you share a personal story, especially one with a lesson or takeaway, it humanizes you and invites others to connect on a deeper level. A story can show vulnerability, which is an attractive quality in a speaker. People appreciate hearing about real experiences, especially when they can relate to them. But the trick is choosing the right story. Think about what will resonate with your audience. If you're leading a work meeting, a story about a challenge you faced at work and how you overcame it can help others relate to your experience. Just make sure it ties back to the topic or goal of the meeting so it doesn't seem out of place. Don't just focus on the positive outcomes either. People appreciate stories with a bit of struggle because they feel more authentic. As Brené Brown, a well-known researcher on vulnerability, once said, "Vulnerability is not winning or losing, it's having the courage to show up and be seen when we have no control over the outcome." A short personal anecdote can instantly change the atmosphere. It breaks down walls and shows that you're human, just like everyone else in the room. In fact, studies show that people are 20% more likely to remember information delivered through a story than through facts and figures alone. So, what kind of stories should you tell? Start with moments that have clear emotional value, either moments of failure, triumph, or personal growth. These are the kinds of stories that will draw people in, making them feel more comfortable and open to engaging. Chapter 3. Interactive polls and surveys. Engage before you speak. Interactive polls and surveys are a smart way to get people involved before you even begin speaking. A quick poll at the start of a meeting can instantly grab attention and make people feel like their opinions matter. Plus, it gives you immediate insight into the audience's thoughts, making it easier to tailor your message to what they care about most. According to research by Gallup, people are 3 times more likely to stay engaged in a meeting if they feel that their opinions are being considered. Interactive elements like polls help create that feeling of inclusion. You can use platforms like Mentimeter or Slido, which allow people to participate in real time with their smartphones. The great thing about polls is that they don't have to be serious. For example, start with a fun question like, "What's the best coffee in the world?" or "Who's your favorite superhero?" This will grab people's attention right away and give them a reason to engage. Plus, it shows you're willing to break from the norm and have some fun. Polls also serve a practical purpose. If you're leading a discussion or workshop, asking questions related to the topic can help you gauge the room's knowledge or opinions. A simple survey asking, "How confident are you in X?" can help you understand where to focus your message and which areas might need more explanation. It's not just about gathering data, it's about fostering participation. When people respond to polls, they become active participants in the conversation. This creates a sense of ownership over the meeting's outcomes. Plus, when they see that their input is valued, they're more likely to speak up later on. Don't underestimate the power of small interactive moments. They can transform a passive audience into an engaged one. So, before you dive into your presentation, consider opening with a question or quick poll. It will give your audience a reason to pay attention and make them feel like they're part of the conversation from the very beginning. Don't forget to subscribe for more strategies on engaging your audience and becoming a stronger speaker. Chapter 4: Uncommon Question Games. Get people talking creatively. Questions can be a powerful icebreaker when used in a fun, unexpected way. Asking simple, everyday questions is fine, but asking unique, creative questions takes it up a notch. These questions push people to think outside the box and engage in deeper conversations. A quirky question like, "If you could only eat one type of food for the rest of your life, what would it be?" is more likely to get people talking than a generic introduction. Uncommon question games work because they tap into people's creativity and curiosity. They break down barriers by focusing on fun, imaginative ideas rather than on formalities. According to Dr. Elizabeth Dunn, a professor of psychology, people tend to bond better when they're asked to share something personal or out of the ordinary. By making people think in new ways, you not only encourage interaction but also reveal different sides of your colleagues or team members. Using questions like, "What's your hidden talent?" or "If you had an unlimited budget for one day, what would you do?" invites people to share something unexpected about themselves. These questions can lead to hilarious or inspiring stories that create instant connection and make the meeting feel more dynamic. Plus, they're a great way to lighten the mood and get people to relax. Remember, the goal is to keep it light-hearted. Avoid questions that are too deep or personal, as they may make people uncomfortable. Stick to questions that spark joy and curiosity, and you'll notice people are much more likely to open up. A survey by the University of California found that groups who engage in creative thinking activities tend to collaborate better, which is a huge benefit when you're trying to foster communication in a meeting. These games don't just break the ice, they also set the tone for creativity. When people are encouraged to think outside the box from the start, they're more likely to contribute innovative ideas during the meeting. So, don't hesitate to start your session with a fun and unusual question. It will set the stage for a productive, engaging discussion. Chapter 5: Name That Emoji. Icebreaker meets pop culture. We live in a world dominated by digital communication, so why not bring that into the meeting room? Emojis are a fun and relatable way to get people talking. Start by asking everyone to choose an emoji that best represents how they're feeling or how they view the meeting topic. This simple activity adds a playful touch to the room and makes people feel more comfortable. In fact, a study by the University of California found that using emojis can actually improve communication and help people feel more understood, especially in group settings. By adding visuals, like emojis, you allow people to express themselves without using words. It's an excellent tool for making people feel heard and understood, even when they're just getting to know each other. Not only is this activity fun, but it also taps into pop culture. Everyone recognizes emojis, and they can instantly convey meaning. It's a quick and easy way to get people to share their emotions or thoughts without having to speak in front of the whole group. This helps lower the pressure for anyone who might be nervous about speaking. You can also make it more interactive by asking people to explain why they chose their emoji. This gives others a chance to connect on a more personal level, and it also sparks conversation. "Why did you pick the rocket emoji?" might lead to a funny story or a quick fact about someone's passion for space exploration. The beauty of this icebreaker is its simplicity and effectiveness. It's non-threatening and inclusive, and it instantly lightens the mood. People of all ages and backgrounds are familiar with emojis, which makes this game universally appealing. If you're leading a meeting and want to energize the group, consider using emojis to create a more relaxed, communicative atmosphere. It may seem small, but it's an unexpected twist that can turn a dull meeting into something enjoyable and engaging. Chapter 6: Mini Workshops, Group Collaboration as an Icebreaker. Sometimes the best way to break the ice is to throw people into a collaborative situation. Mini workshops encourage interaction and foster teamwork from the very beginning. You can split your group into small teams and give each group a quick task that's related to the meeting's theme. It doesn't have to be anything complicated, just something that gets people working together. Research from the Harvard Business Review shows that when people collaborate in small groups, they're more likely to develop trust and stronger working relationships. This is because smaller groups allow everyone to contribute, and each person's voice is more likely to be heard. By encouraging group work right at the start, you create a sense of shared responsibility that boosts engagement. The beauty of mini workshops is that they give people something concrete to focus on. Instead of just listening to a speaker, they get involved in a hands-on activity. Whether it's brainstorming ideas, solving a problem, or creating a quick presentation, the task will encourage everyone to communicate, share their perspectives, and build upon each other's ideas. One unique approach is to give each group a completely random challenge, such as coming up with a new product idea or designing a quick marketing campaign. The key is to make the task fun and light-hearted while still providing some value to the meeting. This approach doesn't just break the ice, it gets people's creative juices flowing right away. In addition to building connections, mini workshops also allow you to gauge the group's level of engagement. You'll be able to observe how well people collaborate and communicate, and you can use this insight to guide the rest of the meeting. Plus, people often remember group activities much better than traditional lectures, so this icebreaker will help keep them engaged throughout the session. By incorporating a mini workshop into your icebreaking strategy, you foster a sense of community and teamwork right from the start. This creates a foundation of trust and open communication that lasts long after the icebreaker is over. Whether you're running a team meeting or a larger seminar, a mini workshop is a surefire way to warm up the group and set a collaborative tone for the rest of the session. Make sure to subscribe for more tips on becoming a great speaker and creating an engaging atmosphere in every meeting.